forgive me. Again, first video here. So what I want to get into, what I want to say about SITREPCORP and Brené Brown's book here, Dare to Lead, basically is how important it is to, as she was mentioning, how important it is to be vulnerable as a leader and allow other people to see you able to be vulnerable, but have your boundaries and be strong with yourself, but be able to have that softness and give that space for other people as well. And it's very interesting to see that in most modern day culture, in corporate leadership, there's not really that, it's not very common to see that, right? And that's why I want to just quickly mention that here before I get into a little bit of talk about SITREPCORP and SITREP training and things like this, is that being a capable person, as I say for SITREPCORP, is we are building and developing and we are training capable people, is it requires more than physical capability to be a capable, fully capable person, right? And so with SITREPCORP and SITREP training, we are focusing on more occupational physical training, whether it's EMS or police or, current or reserve or ex-military, or even mountaineers, people who are leading tours into the mountains, things like this, right? It requires a certain level of coherence mentally and also mind-body connection and situation development, right? So it's not just physical raw capability like bench pressing or deadlifting a certain amount of weight. No, it is a lot more than that. And I think that being a leader, being in a leadership position is something that everybody can be, and I know I mentioned that like I was in this roles before, but it really showed to me that if I can do it, anybody can do it. And what I'm talking about here is not necessarily just being a leader in whatever profession you have, but being able to take ownership of whatever situation you're in, being a leader in the moment, being a leader during that situation, taking control responsibly and respectfully when it's needed and how it's needed to be done at that moment. And that is something that I think needs to be talked about more and trained more, and something I'm also working on developing myself, and also working with other leaders, other people who have this confidence, who are, as Brené Brown says, daring leaders, who are able to connect with that vulnerability with themselves and help others connect with that and then find the strength through it, right? And so it's how can that affect different situations in life, right? And so finding that is extremely empowering. So I think that for my first video, this is my first video here, introducing the idea of physical training with mental training to build full capability with yourself can lead to developing opportunistic, selective opportunistic leadership situations in your life. But I think that the best way to be a leader is, as she also says in her book, and I believe this too, is I've really connected with what she was saying here. This book is amazing. Everybody should read it. But is that being a real leader is you're not serving yourself, you're serving other people. And when you are, like I mentioned, in these opportunistic or these moments in life where you have the requirement or the opportunity or the need in your job or in usually a job, but in other areas of life too, possibly, to be able to input your connection, right? So in order, I think, as she says, is to serve other people. So in your life, in whatever positions and situations you're in, it's very important. If you want to be a leader, I think that you need first to connect with the situation, the people in the situation, and see how you can input yourself there. And instead of like, everybody follow me, it's what can I do for you? And that is super key and super important. It really takes away the ego. Like, I know everything, everybody should listen to me. No, I'm still learning, but I see that I'm able to provide something here. And that, I think, is the key. That's the real key. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm every day I'm here, I'm working on other things, and in my mind, I'm like, I need to get rid of all of these other distractions that I have had, more recently. I've moved to Hungary. My lifestyle has changed. I'm living in Europe now versus America. Big change, huge change. And so I'm just kind of getting myself established here in Europe. And so I've had other distractions and things coming up into my life here. And I realized that, no, wait a minute, I'm a personal trainer. I'm not a content creator yet, I'm working on this, but I'm a personal trainer, I'm a fitness trainer. I've spent almost 9 years doing this, consistently. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to move forward with being a fitness trainer here in Europe? And SITREPCORP and SITREP training is my way, is what I'm doing here, and what I'm building and developing this here, starting here, and in Budapest, in Hungary. And so, the biggest thing I think that I can end this video on for everybody is think about your life. What distractions maybe are in your life, right? What things are clouding opportunities or clouding the room in your mind and in your life, your attention, crowding that. What are those things that you can take away so that you maybe will notice other times or situations and opportunities in your life, whether it be professionally or personally, where you can connect more with the people around you or that are needed, that need you. Maybe you don't even realize that they need you. You don't realize how you can benefit the situation because you are distracted. And I think that in now modern day life, we have so many distractions. I don't even need to say what they are. We all know what they are. There's just, everything from the phone to just everybody trying to sell you something to just all these different things. Everything. So many distractions. And I think that if I'm able to help just you, the person watching this video, and of course, I'm also helping myself here too. I'm also learning and growing and developing. But get rid of distractions and look for opportunities to connect more with the people who need you, and recognize more clearly that how they need you, connecting with them, asking them, making yourself vulnerable and letting them know that it's okay for them to be vulnerable around you. And what vulnerable means, it's a bigger topic. I want to make this video short and not 2 hours. And I'm also still learning, but Brené Brown in her book Dare to Lead, which I have here, I have my little green tabs here where I keep notes of important pages, but Dare to Lead, this is a very good book. And I think that people should read books like this one and other ones too that are talking about vulnerability, because that is the gateway, I think, to connecting. As she also mentions, it's through the heart, is connection. And that is also the gateway to leading and being a better leader, whether it's in your relationship or in your job, however it may be. Just giving you the courage and the opportunity to develop and grow and help other people around you do the same. So that's really what SITREPCORP and SITREP training is all about. It's got a hard name with the graffiti logo, but it's really deep. It's really deep, and it's much more than physical. So on this channel, thank you, welcome, thank you for watching, thank you for listening to me. On this channel, I will be talking more about this, and I'm not a content creator, but I'm working on it. So thank you for bearing with me, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking this video, and see you again soon. Thank you. Tosh out.